Get the car! Get the car! Oh! What's going on? Down the ground! Down the ground!
Craig Richards was linked to high-level buying and selling of Class A in East Sussex. Officers carried out a warrant at a lockup and found evidence that he was selling the drugs by the kilogram in bulk orders. Meanwhile, police also seized thousands of pounds in cash notes from his home in Bexhill. During the warrant executed at the lockup in the Rother area, police also seized a firearm which had been converted to fire live ammunition. But this was not linked to Mr. Richards. Officers from the Tactical Firearms Unit stopped a van driven by Mr. Richards on the A27 near Offington Lane, Worthing, on February the 25th this year. At Lewes Crown Court, Mr. Richards admitted being concerned in the supply of Class A and possession of criminal property. Mr. Richards, who was 38 and unemployed, of Mount Idle View, Bexhill, was sentenced to 6.5 years in prison. The court heard how police attended a lockup in Mountfield on February the 25th this year. Inside a large box they found a large quantity of Class A worth thousands of pounds. Thousands of pounds in cash was found at an address linked to Mr. Richards in Bexhill. Later that day, his vehicle was identified on the A27 travelling west. He was detained and taken into custody. Speaking after the case, Detective Superintendent Steve May said, "This was a significant discovery of Class A and a firearm. Mr. Richards was clearly a high-profile figure in supplying Class A in Sussex, with evidence that he had handled substantial quantities of Class A at the lockup in Mountfield. Officers from teams across the force, including our Tactical Enforcement Unit, Tactical Firearms Unit and CID, worked hard to ensure that we had strong evidence to bring the case to court and bring Mr. Richards to justice. It shows our determination to disrupt the supply of Class A, which caused so much harm to our communities."
Get the car! Get the car! Oh! What's going on? Down the ground! Down the ground!
So a warrant's been executed in Bexhill today, okay, and a number of drugs have been found in that location and a firearm as well. You don't have to say anything, but may harm you offence if you do not mention when questioned somewhere which later on in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence.